I cried. I cried a bit, and perhaps more than I expected if they show me a full scenery. Something that stretches beyond the edges of imagination. It's like watching the sun slip quietly below the horizon at dusk, or rise gently above the earth at dawn. Both events enveloping the world in golden whispers of change. This, I must say, feels like the most wonderful thing I've ever encountered in my life. As a child, I always longed to gaze beyond the limits of my world, not just the physical domain that held me, but the invisible walls of routine, of fear, of expectation. I wanted to see what lay beyond, to witness the waves of the ocean curl and crash, to marvel at whales breaching joyfully through the mist, and to watch the seagulls dive alongside the jagged cliffs of some distant shore. I dreamed of standing before misty mountains in the distance, barely visible, yet singing of freedom. To me, life is like freedom itself, especially when walking alone on a quiet beach, where the only companion is the sound of gentle waves and the steady pulse of the earth. Watching the sunset in such moments, I find peace. A fragile but enduring hope still beats within my heart. As Emily Dickinson once beautifully wrote, "Hope is a thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all." And indeed, I have heard it echo even the coldest lands and over the strangest seas, asking for nothing in return. To me, hope is a feather. It softens both heart and soul, cushioning them against despair.
What if I need more than your poems?
Everything, in that sense, becomes a form of freedom. I've thought about this often, especially during times like 2025, which may be remembered as one of the hardest years in my life, full of backlash, unrest, and internal storms. I was disappointed, not because I failed to go to America, but perhaps because I hadn't tried enough. Or maybe it was never meant to be. And I belong instead in places like England, Ireland, Scotland, Australia, and New Zealand. Lands whose skies sing the song of longing and belonging alike. That too is how freedom works. Not always in grand gestures, but in a quiet resilience of trying, of hoping. When I was younger, aspiring for something greater, I held onto hope as tightly as I could. I never let it slip from my hands. Because if you truly wish for a better life and believe in it, you will create it. I remember standing by the port beach one evening, watching the tide come in and out like time itself, marking moments with every wave, and still it felt like freedom to me. As the songwriter Dale Carl Fredrickson once wrote in Glow of Dawn, "Let the first rays of sunlight spill over the empty bowl of yesterday. Let the glow of dawn welcome you, kiss your face, calm the pain your body carries. Let the break of day remind you of the pleasure and possibilities of today." And sometimes I wonder, what do dawn and the sea truly look like together? In that liminal moment between dark and light, despair and promise. Perhaps when viewed through the eyes of longing and hope, it's more than just freedom. It is God's paradise.